Back to the crazy world of crypto, where things are not quite what they seem, apparently. Well, depends, because a lot of cryptos are producing patterns, but they are not producing the same pattern at the same time, even though the theme might be correct. The theme is there. The theme is important. The theme is a wave D, because Bitcoin is in a wave D. Now, I've been doing a lot of research in the last few days. Um, I've decided to expand my horizons. Basically, I need to have a plan of attack. If one coin moves, I need to take the profit. If another coin moves, profit, profit, profit. So I thought, okay, great. So looking for a few coins, I realized that not all coins are producing the pattern at the same time. And this is amazing. This is a breakthrough. This means that we can basically wait for the coin to make the pattern and then trade, the C wave of the D wave, because it's the most predictable part of the pattern, right? I took a trade on Bitcoin here, around this area here where my little pointer is, and this thing kept going. Now, this is pretty typical. I've seen it many times throughout when I created RS Wave, looking at D waves. They do basically create a euphoria in the market, but they also lead to a buying climax eventually, right? Now, in the world of cryptos, you know how crazy psyched up that market is. So that does not surprise me that Bitcoin would continue higher in that move, which is not supposed to be going that high, but it will, because it's like it's like the South Sea bubble. It's like those times in history where you had those moves that literally just fell back and crashed into a shitload of nothingness. But that's not the point. The point is that we have a ecosystem of cryptos here that are all trying to mimic Bitcoin's price action, but they're not doing it at the same time. And in fact, some of them I don't even want to look at because the patterns are weird. But then you've got others like Ethereum, which seem to be producing a completely different pattern, which is started to really get my mind thinking about what the hell is going on here. So I'm not going to get into the Ethereum one. I'm going to save that for another video. In this video, I want to talk about where we're at with different cryptos within that D wave pattern, right? So more recently, I switched back to an old classic view that I had of Bitcoin, where we're in a wave four, right? Now, we could say that's a wave four, but don't forget that the the corrective RES wave pattern happens in wave 2, 4, and B in brackets of a zigzag. So this could be a wave 1 or a wave 4. It doesn't even matter at this point. It doesn't even matter. You know why? Because we're still chopping through this scenario, right? And the scenario is that basically we are in a long term bearish, not bearish. I can't say that's bearish. It's a bear market rally, right? That's what it is, because it's going to go down again. It's not like an impulsive move like back here where it kept going. This is a different story at the moment. This is actually presenting us with a very unique opportunity to make money off those coins which haven't done the D wave yet, right? And there's a lot of them. But in this video, I'm only going to cover the top 50 of the everyday regular, market cap, top 50 market cap cryptos. Now, I might do a video soon on the top 50 gaming cryptos, which is probably going to be even more crazy, but I can only get so crazy at one time. Please. I need to, keep my sanity, because these moves are insane. Some of them crazy. Which is not so insane. So let's start off with Well, we're currently trading veracity, right? So we'll start with the VRA just to recap on that one. Uh, that's fine. Let's just talk about this one for a minute. Okay, so pretty obvious. Well, using my framework, that this is what all these ideas are based upon, right? So basically, we're looking at a move which is a B wave, C, B, C, D, D. D is unfolding. We need a C wave. Great. Amazing. Right? Now, other coins that are doing the same thing as Veracity is Matic. Matic, which I don't like the pattern too much, and a lot of these I haven't labeled, by the way, they're doing a similar thing, right? You got a C and a D is going to start soon. The point is, D's underway, but where is it? It's not the point I'm trying to make here, right? Uni swap, USDT, right? And by the way, I've got a list of these, so I'm just going based on that list. So here we have a very interesting pattern here for Uni, right? But we have a C, D underway, right? So D almost completed, I would say, right? It looks like it. A, B, C, D, E, similar length to wave A, right? So this one is already basically almost done. Okay, so you can see already that there's different stages of the move happening, right? H bar. Now, I did post an idea about this not long ago, but I think it was wrong. Not the point. I'm getting better. Now that I'm looking at a lot of coins, this stuff's starting to seem like everyday stuff to me now. Same thing here, almost to the D wave completion. Very small D wave, by the way. Now, there's more to these patterns that I'm going to get to in another later video, which explains the smaller the D wave, the bigger the crash. Anyway, we'll get to that eventually. All right, so that's enough of that. Enough of the C wave of the wave D. What about coins that are not quite producing the C wave yet? Okay, so one of them would be, I think it's called Rune. I think so. Okay, Rune is only at wave A. So we're still in like the B portion. A, B. It's basically still going, right? There's nothing to trade here. Pay attention, right? Another coin that is in the same situation, AVAX, right? AVAX, first move of a D wave, still correcting. Same situation, right? Now, using Arius Wave, I'm keeping track of this stuff. It's actually quite funny now because I'm trying to set up a trading plan where I can trade these ongoing continuously. Okay, Kronos, right? This one, look at that. That's a dog's breakfast right there, if I could ever say so. My God, what the hell is that? Anyway, this barely made it to my list, by the way. Barely made it. I don't like it. It looks weird. But C waves there, fine. Not much data before that. I'd say wave A. Sorry, we've moved over now to a new set of coins where they're producing the wave A of the wave D. So that's one of them. Um, well, there's Cardano. Cardano is also in wave A. I saw an article before saying Cardano price performance in the current bull run is 88. Is 88 lagging behind? Yeah, you know what? It is, but it doesn't matter. Point is that, yep, look, wave A of wave D. So when I say wave A of wave D, what does that mean? It means that we're going to get a correction eventually that's going to lead to a trade, right? That's the whole point, right? So this is why I'm setting up a list. because we want a trading plan. Now, I'll get to why this would be happening in a minute, right? Especially with Bitcoin, right? But I just want to highlight these similarities between these markets, right? So you have ADA, you have ICP, right? ICP is a weird one too, but we have the first part, so wave A of a wave D, right? So you could see this theme going on here where there are some that haven't completed a D wave yet, right? Or they're just basically getting started on the whole process of a D wave, right? And that's important right now because as traders or investors, you want to know when to take profit and to get out and go to the next one, right? We have so many cryptos here. Why would you stay stuck in one when you could basically make some money, take the profit, reinvest, take the profit? Because we're in a corrective portion of a move here. We're not in a bull market. This is not a bull market, right? So I'm just trying to highlight to you that this is what's going on, right? And it's really not a surprise. Okay, it's just something that RES Wave is recognizing. Now, this is definitely a weird one too, but I'd still put it in the camp of a wave A of a wave D. Now, obviously, this is Link, by the way, Chainlink. Obviously, there are some there are certain cryptos that I would prefer to trade because the pattern would be clearer, there'd be better risk reward, that type of thing. This one is crazy. This one is actually going on right now. It's SHIB. SHIB's going nuts off its head. It's losing it. A lot of people would be thinking, though, that it's going to hit the roof. Do you think it's going to hit the roof? Looks like it's going to hit the roof. It's looking pretty damn bullish. Damn. You got to remember, too, that this is a new kind of coin. So I'm a bit skeptical of this because look, you've got a C wave down that's overlapping between waves 1, 2, and 4. I don't like that too much. So at this point in time, I'm just watching this to see what happens. If it and plus the start of this move is also really strange. So it could be just producing a zigzag pattern to the upside. It might even go all the way up, right? It might. It's so new that I wouldn't be gambling on it that much, but I just thought I'd put that there because it could be a wave A or a wave D. We don't know. It's too new, but I just thought I'd throw that one in there. Another one that's doing the same thing, Dot is doing the same thing, right? C, first part, wave A, I think it's still going actually. Yeah, wave A of a wave D. Still going, early stages. All right, anyway, enough of that. There's a few more like VeChain, Solana, and yeah. So then you've got other coins which haven't even completed their C wave yet. One of them is XLM, right? XLM, the favorite, the beauty, that one there is still in wave C. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. It is. It's doing some nice things right now. People are happy, but to be honest with you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. You're not the only one. There's another one that's doing the same thing too. It's Spell. Spell USDT. This beautifully moving coin, which oops, it's moving very nicely, except the pattern doesn't convince me, right? When you see a move that starts like this, right, it looks so convincing. Except you look at what happened before that, you can see A, B, C, D, E move down. So this is also in a wave 4 of a wave C. We haven't seen, some coins haven't produced the end of wave C yet. Does that mean those coins are going to explode into wave D when When they complete, most likely I'd say they're going to go absolutely nuts. But we haven't seen that yet, so we can only assume, right? So this is where I'm going now. This is where I'm focusing. I'm gonna create a framework for my future videos where I can only produce ideas for, long trade ideas for the moves that I prefer to trade for the maximum profit, and then keep observing the rest of these coins unfold into their C wave, of the D wave, and then post about it. Post about it moving forward, so then, you know, we can make good profits off these moves. But then once they're done, move to the next lot and the next lot and the next lot. So I've got a lot of work to do. I've only touched on the top 50. There are thousands of cryptos. And you know what? The top 50 only took me a couple of hours, right? So, yeah, you know what I'll be doing over the next several days and weeks and whatever it takes, doesn't matter. But I'll be posting about the ones that I see coming closer as soon as I see the setup. So, thanks for watching.